Hi guys, it's Lori, and we're going to start some food prep by getting some dehydrating started. We're going to start out with dehydrating some of the spicy Italian dry salami that I got at Aldi. I'm not sure if I'll like this or not. I don't like it just to eat it, but I might like it dehydrated. We'll see. You need something, Hayden?
I was wondering if I could sample a couple.
Here. Trying to fit as many on there as I can. I don't know if overlapping them is going to make a problem because they're going to shrink. I'm going to overlap them and see. And I want to know, these trays, if you line up these things right here with these things on the tray below it, they sit up a little bit like this. But if you don't line them up, they go down all the way. Which way is it supposed to be? Does anybody know? I always do it like this. I feel like it makes more airflow, but I don't know. I'm not sure. It makes sense to me to put it like this. So, all right, I'm going to get this thing loaded up with this salami and I'll get back with you. He's over here filling up my water for me. I guess he must think I need to drink some water. I will tell you though, this stuff smells kind of bad. I'm not sure. It smells, ugh. Yeah, I don't like it. It's got kind of a, I don't like the smell. It's got kind of a feet smell to it. But apparently it tastes okay, so I'll wait till it's dehydrated, see how it smells then. Did you fill up my water? Yep, you sure did. Put the lid on and we're gonna start it up. Oh, okay, this one. Temp time 165. Hour and 30. Oh, come on. I want 4 hours for this. So there we go. I think that's all I need to do. I think. Yep. Okay, good to go. I'm just going to leave this out because I know he's going to finish it off. There's a few slices there. Over here, I have some of the things out that I'm going to need. I have a couple packages of hamburger that I pulled out of the refrigerator, or out of the freezer, I mean, that I'm going to cook up. We're going to do spaghetti. I'm going to get some chili meat made, but I'm not going to make the chili right now. I've got 3 packages of brats that I picked up at Aldi, and they were only like $1.34 a package in the end because they're marked $2 off because they're dated the next day. No big deal. I put them in the freezer. So got some onions out. Some of the onions that I chopped and put in the freezer was that my last food prep? I think so. But I'm gonna saute up a couple of those to go in with the meat for the chili and the spaghetti. And I'm gonna do that in some bacon grease. So I'm gonna get that started. But I've got some eggs on to boil here. I'm gonna make some deviled eggs. Get everything turned on. And this turned on. Get the water back there. Whoops, wrong burner. I always do that. Get the water back there going to cook the spaghetti noodles. All right, get this bacon grease melted in there. Onions are still frozen, but that's fine. All right, we'll come back and take a look at this in a couple minutes. First things first, though. Well, I shouldn't say that because I've already started stuff. But I need some espresso, some iced espresso. So we're going to get that going real quick. And I got the onions all sauteed nice, and we're getting the meat in there, getting that browned up real quick. I'm not sure if I'm going to put anything else in it besides probably some chili powder and because I do like chili powder in the spaghetti meat too. And then when I make the chili, I'll probably just add a little bit more because I'm not going to add near as much for the spaghetti as I would for the chili. But of course, we're going to do Worcestershire sauce because almost all the time, whenever I do beef of any kind, it has Worcestershire sauce on it. So that's probably what we're going to do. Chase, are you making a clip over there?
Nope.
You have to talk if you're going to make a cooking video.
I don't have a microphone.
Well, I have it.
Sister, how are you, sister? I make the meat. I do good. I done.
All right, so I'm just using paper towels and soaking up a little bit of this grease. I'm not going to worry about draining it really, really good and getting it rinsed this time. I think it'll be fine, but yeah, that'll be good. This is the Costco ground beef, and the Costco ground beef doesn't really have a bunch of grease to it. So, I mean, it's got enough, but it doesn't usually have like a whole bunch. And I did put bacon grease in this pan before we started with the onions. So, you know, that might be a little bit of it. And that's just flavor, right? And we're going to get this meat seasoned up real quick. I'm having a hard time getting past the smell of that salami because it really does smell like feet. It smells like sweaty feet. So Chase even came downstairs and said, he said, it smells good, chili powder. It smells good upstairs, but he says, when we come down here, it smells bad. So I think he kind of thought he might have been insulting me, but he wasn't at all because I said, oh, I know. I think it's this salami. I don't think it is. I know it is. But that pretty much guarantees that he's not going to taste it later. Some garlic salt or garlic salt, like everybody says, because the letters are coming off. But that's okay. We all know what it is. Oh, gosh. Now we're just going to do, of course, black pepper because I love it. And what's the difference between black pepper and white pepper? I've never really looked it up, but I know some people use white pepper and black pepper both, just like, I don't know if they use them at the same time, just regular salt was. But anyway, what's the difference between the black pepper and the white pepper? I was just wondering. Does it taste different, or what's different about it? Besides one's black and one's white. All right, we're gonna probably let this cook for just kind of cook those seasonings in a little bit for a couple minutes, and then that's going to be it. This is pretty much done now, but we'll just let it simmer around for a couple minutes and take the chili meat out. The one other thing that I'm going to do while this stuff is going is I'm going to get some burger patties made up. So this is the ground beef that I got at Aldi the other day, and let me wash my hands because I haven't washed my hands in a few minutes. So here we go. I got some new towels, guys. Debbie sent me these. I love them. They're My Pillow brand towels. They're like a flour sack on one side, terry cloth on the other. It was a set of 6, and there's 2 of these, and the other ones are a little bit different. But anyway, I just love these towels. So, okay, I'm going to get these burgers made up, and I want to have plenty of stuff ready for this week so I don't have a whole bunch that I have to do through the week because I have a really busy work. I knew there was something in that. There's a piece of that paper stuff that's down in the bottom that got stuck into this patty. Anyway, I have a bunch of work that I have to do this week for work. And I have extra because this is the week that I'm doing the big move out clean that I talked about in a different video. Am I even recording? Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So I periodically check to make sure my mic is on and that I'm actually recording. So anyway, yeah, I have the big move out clean coming up this week, and I had to move my schedule around in order to do it because she's got a truck that's coming. So I need to get in there like after the truck comes, obviously, but kind of soon after because she said that her son's moving into the house and he wants to move in as soon as possible. So it's like, oh, all right. So let me see what I can do. So this is the week. The truck comes earlier in the week and I need to be there on the way I rearranged my schedule is the only way that I could in order to have 2 days in a row because it is definitely going to take me more than one day. So I'm going to have to do it Friday and Saturday. And then that's going to mean, like I said, extra stuff through the week, that work that I'm going to have kind of shoved into the beginning of the week in order to do that. So, and I know it sounds like I'm poor me or complainer. So I'm really not. I'm just telling you that that's why I need to get all this stuff ready and done, because yeah. And I was hoping to have like maybe Courtney or Brendan help me, but I don't know that I'm going to have Courtney do it because she has a lot of physical things that go on with her due to an accident that she was in a few years ago. And she's got some permanent nerve damage and stuff like that going on. So I'm not really sure if she's going to be able to help me a whole lot. So, you know, anyway, then I was going to see if Brendan wanted to do it. Well, Brendan and Chase and John are going away this weekend to a comedy show, a Bill Burr show that's going on this weekend. So Brendan's not going to be able to help me either because he's my other worker, my other assistant when I need one. But anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine and I'll be able to get it done just fine, but it's going to be a lot of work. So I want to have all this done so I can be as easy on myself as possible, because I mean, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. You know, I don't know what season I am now. Am I a summer chicken or fall chicken? I'm a late summer chicken. Let's put it that way. Oh gosh. All right, let me get this done. We're going to get these things on the grill here as soon as I can. And my eggs still aren't boiling. What's going on over here? Anyway, we'll get it all done. We'll get it all done. Just to show you what I'm doing here. These are all ending up back in the package that they came in, that the hamburger came in. Make sure this doesn't fall apart, because I'm putting Worcestershire sauce and salt and pepper on them. Well, this one wants to fall apart. We'll see what we can do about that. I don't like to mess with them too much, you know, but I also don't want it to fall apart. So, but yeah, I'm just putting them back in this so that I can put Worcestershire sauce, salt and pepper on them. And don't worry, this is all going to get wiped down because I know I have raw meat on my hands and whatever. So that's fine. I'm going to wipe it down. I feel like the eggs are never going to boil. Seriously, that water in the eggs still is not boiling. It's probably hot enough to have started cooking them, but oops, I'm sorry, I just bumped my tripod. But yeah, it's probably already started cooking them, I'm sure, but still hasn't boiled. So I moved it to the front burner because the back burner is like a small little, I think they call it an ACU burner, whatever that means. I wish my burners were a little bit further apart. They're so close together that it makes it hard to put large pans on the burners, you know, at the same time. So anyway, going on and on about boiling water here. Well, the eggs finally boiled and those are done. So I'm going to pull them out of here and put them in this mixing bowl thing and put some ice water over them so they can get cooled off quick and stop the cooking. And say whatever you want about it. It's fine. But I'm using the water. I'm gonna put the bratwurst in this and parboil it because it's still partially frozen. So that is how I'm doing it. That's what's happening because this is pretty frozen. Frozen, still sticking together. All right. Last time I boiled eggs was for the rutabaga salad, and I used the egg water to cook the rutabaga in, and we're all still alive. So, well, John and I are. We're the only ones that ate it. So it must have been okay. Add just a little more water to that so they're covered. And I know this looks like it's all dirty, but it's not. It's stained. I use it for coffee all the time. So put this back on. And we'll let those cool down really good. I let this boil and I went outside to get the grill on and make sure it was all ready to go. and got to talking to the neighbor and forgot about it. So can you see down there the mess? It boiled over. Thank goodness Josh was in here paying attention because he came and turned it down for me. Oh my. You'll have that. I'm just going to get these eggs peeled. I'm waiting for the spaghetti noodles to finish cooking, and this is pretty much par cooked enough. Here's the spaghetti meat, and over here I have the meat that I took out for the chili, so we'll put that in the freezer for when I make the chili. It'll probably be this coming week, but I'm still going to just go ahead and put it in the freezer just in case I decide not to. That way it's already in the freezer. Got my hot dogs ready to go out. The brats are about ready, but I'm going to peel these eggs while I'm waiting on the macaroni to cook because I can't be going outside while that macaroni's cooking. Oh, here's another one of my towels. This one's just like a, what do you call that? I almost said tea towel. Isn't that what I mean? Didn't I just say it a little bit ago? I can't remember, but it's like this. Isn't it nice? I love it. Nice and big. Good quality towels. So I'm going to lay the eggs on that after I get them peeled. I'm going to get these peeled and I'll get back with you. I also went ahead and put the 2 jars of sauce in with this meat. And I'm going to warm it up a little bit so it can kind of cook together. And I think the spaghetti noodles look like they're probably done. I did go ahead and put a 3rd jar of sauce in with that meat. Didn't look like it was going to be quite enough for all this spaghetti because I made 2 pounds of spaghetti noodles. So put a little olive oil down in the pan in the bottom, and I'll put some over top of the spaghetti too. Okay, so I always put a little bit of salt on my plain spaghetti noodles and the olive oil. Put some olive oil on it. Well, come on. There we go. And get that mixed around. This handle gets hot on this pan. It's not supposed to, but it does. And I think that's also has something to do with the fact that my burners are so close together. But anyway, I do like this stove though. I mean, it's a nice oven and stovetop. It's just the burners are a little too close together. But we bought it with the fact that the kitchen isn't huge. We had that fact in mind. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be able to mix this up. I might have to get out my big bowl to mix this all up in. So I think I'm just going to go do that because once I put all that in with all this, I'm not going to be able to stir it up properly. So I'll be back. All right, trying to do this trying to do this without burning myself. I didn't even splatter myself. I better not jinx myself. Hold on now. Let's not say too much. See, I had to open my mouth. I dropped the whole spoon down in there. All right. Oh, this is going to be so much easier to mix up in this bowl. Yep, I'm glad I put that extra jar of sauce in there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And yes, I am doing big batches of stuff, but we're a household of 6, if you don't know. We are a household of 6. This will be good for dinner tonight. Train! This will be good for dinner tonight, plus however many nights we have it in the week, throughout the week, and a couple lunches probably for a couple of days. So this will be perfect, the perfect amount for us. Pro tip. Well, first of all, I already washed the pans that I used to make the spaghetti and the meat and the colander. So used dryer sheet. This is the pan that I parboiled. Well, first I boiled the eggs in it. Then I used the same water to parboil the brats in. So run some water in it and put in a used dryer sheet. Wipe that stuff out of there. Throw away the dryer sheet and you're good to go. And just use a little soapy water to wash your pan out. And all the gunk is gone and thrown away with the used dryer sheet. let's get a look at these. What temperature are we at? About 350. I got all the burners, excuse me, I got all the burners on, but they are turned down all the way. And these are already par cooked, so we should just be able to brown them up a little bit. And good to go on those. Same with the hot dogs, because you know those are already always pre-cooked. So, well, maybe not all hot dogs, but these kind are. The good old cheapos from Walmart. Huh? I should probably take some of these hot dogs off already. Oh yeah, definitely should. And these are up here because Chase does not like his hot dogs browned. And yeah, some of them are actually getting a little browned up there. But I'm going to take some of these off too. Oh, I forgot to bring out my tray with my containers on it. Woo, my hand's getting hot. It's true what they say about guys. They don't take hints. Oh. I love you. And you already know I'm going to leave some of them on to get all burn up. All burn up. Because that's how I like them. I just love a burnt hot dog. He's got my containers out here for me. And also brought out the burgers. I'm going to go ahead and get those on. Made some room for them. Ooh, that one's falling apart. Got them all on and moved some of the brats up. Hot dogs are over here. Okay. I had to go and open my mouth. Look, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. I got spots on my shirt. Here, can you see that one? Yep, you can see that one. I did splatter myself. So, there you go. We're definitely getting flame broiled here. But that's all right. I'm keeping a close eye on them and keeping them shuffled around. So, we're doing good. We got this here and this guy out here basking in the sun with all the smoke from the grill going at him. He probably loves it. Here's all the burgers, the brats, the hot dogs. Oh, it smells wonderful out here, doesn't it, honey? Yeah. And I cranked up the grill so we can burn off whatever's left on it here. Get that stuff scraped off and it'll be all ready to go next time. That's good enough for now, but that pan underneath at the bottom, that's definitely going to need cleaned out good before we do it again next time. And out there at the picnic table, if you can see that big tub sitting out there, the plastic tub, I use that as like a dish pan. That's what that's used for, with some soapy water, and that's what I wash that pan down below in. I'm just using my Duke's mayo from the squeeze bottle, making some of this deviled egg filling stuff. And I thought, you know, I'm not paying the extra for another one of these squeeze bottles, although I do like the squeeze bottles. Instead of paying extra, I'm just going to refill it from my big giant jar. Well, look at the mess I made. Oh, man. That's okay. That's all right. It's worth it. I put the rest of that mayo in this little container because I don't want to dig down in that great big thing when that's all that's left. We got the deviled eggs all done with some paprika on top because you got to make them fancy, right? Here's all the little salami chips. I tried one and they're actually pretty good, even though they smelled terrible. They don't smell as bad now, but They sure did while they were cooking and while they were raw. But anyway, there's a lot of salami chips here. They are spicy, so I tried one, but it's not something I would love just because they're so spicy. But John likes them. Hayden liked it. So yeah, I don't know. Well, Josh probably won't eat it because he doesn't do spicy either. But anyway, here's what I got so far. Last thing I'm going to do, last but not least, I'm going to make up some salads. That's what those containers are for. And I'm going to try doing it like Terry. I'm not sure who it was that one of her viewers told her to put a paper towel on top and then flip the container upside down to store it. And that's what she's been doing. It's been working out pretty good for her. So I'm going to do it that way too. And these containers are to put all the food away that I've already cooked. Here's all 6 of the salads. I think they look really nice. These salads, honey, these salads are kind of big, just so you know. You might want just like a half of one. I know you don't like as big of salads as me. So anyway, yeah, I don't know if he'll want a whole salad, but I'm just going to fold these in half. They seem to fit pretty good, just like that. All right, and that's all I'm going to put in them. So there we go. And pop these lids on. And I'm just kind of opening up the corner, and you do get like a little bit of air out of them. So we'll store them upside down. That's what Terry does, and seems to work out pretty good for her. So we're going to try it too. I did jar salads last time, and honestly, they did not stay fresh very well at all. I don't know if it was the produce that I used, or I really don't know, but they didn't stay fresh very long. So we're going to try it like this and see how it works out. I'm not saying that salads don't stay fresh in the jars. I'm just saying that mine just so happened to not this time. Usually they're fine, but this last time, they weren't really the greatest. So anyway, here's all this. And I also got 5 loads of laundry done today, guys. I feel very accomplished. All right, so here's all my upside down salads. So that's how we're going to know. This is the salads, the ones that are upside down. You don't have to keep pulling the containers out to find out what's what in there. I forgot that I already had the burgers and the brats and hot dogs in containers that all I had to do was put the lid on. So I put those other little black ones away. All right. That's that. Deviled eggs are already in the fridge. So are the meat chips. Oh, and I have salami chips in right now. So that's that. I'm going to put the spaghetti in these containers. So I didn't have my microphone on the whole time. I was just recording. But what I was saying was these 2 containers are spaghetti. These 4 containers are 2 for Hayden and 2 for Chase for their lunches for the next couple of days. And they would like some butter bread to go with that. So I'm just going to butter some bread just like that. And it is getting into evening time, so I'm just going to go ahead and get lunches around for tomorrow. Then we don't have to worry about that in the morning, because that's the last thing I want to worry about in the morning, because I'm really not a morning person anyway, you know. So I'm just going to fold them in half like this and stick them in these little baggies. I got all the snack baggies. I'm not sure if that's going to hold 2 of them for Chase. Let's find out. Nah, we'll just get him a sandwich bag. Hayden just wanted 1. Okay. And we'll do a sandwich bag for the 2. Then, yeah, it's been a really, really productive day. And John's outside now with the dog. I think he's just sitting outside with the dog, chilling right now. But he got all the yard work done today. And I got all this stuff done today, plus the laundry and cleanup. And that was kind of a lot. So that was a lot. But through the week, I'm going to have it a little easier than I would have if I hadn't done all this. So I'm super glad to have done it. And this basket right here, since I have it out, I might as well just show you. This is what I put Hayden's lunches in. And I stick them in the fridge. That way in the morning, all I have to do is get in there and get this basket out and throw it in his lunchbox. Hold on a second, I'll show you what else I put in. So I throw in a Go-Gurt, these chocolate chip cookies from Costco. He really likes these, really loving those, and Capri Sun. Sometimes he doesn't finish everything, but if he doesn't, he brings it home and he'll either eat it later or sometimes he'll eat it after school, or, you know, it usually does not go to waste. So that's how I do his lunches, and this whole thing will just, it has its own spot in the fridge for the whole entire school year. So, and then Chase's will go in next to this basket. So, and this I'll leave out, but for Chase, but I can't leave it on the counter or Sylvester will get into it. So yeah. Oh, let's look at this was my list. Dehydrate the salami, hot dogs, brats on the grill, burgers on the grill, deviled eggs, and salads. I got it all done. Yes. We are done. Dunzo. All right, so a pro tip. I always say all right when I start my clips, and that just drives me nuts when I'm editing. I got to stop saying it. Never mind. Pro tip.